The biggest mistake of art is not intellect the wrong answer. Sometimes the biggest mistake is not questioning also obvious things. And I go, and in fact, I think that today's topic is one of those obvious things that needs to be questioned. Our implicit good morning to the galaxies and intellectuals. I have a jury members, my podium is surrounded by audience. Today I feel honored to stand here and strictly speak in favor of worship, even though what is more powerful than beneficial in practice. Equalism. According to my opinion, it is discovering, it is exploring and enjoying the beauty of nature. But the movie, it simply means one statement, and that statement is discovering the governmental. Second, there is really an exploration that showing animals with boldness in their stomach is an exploration. The disturbance of the nature and the peace of the place is again an exploration. And the garbage on the street of the hill is one more exploration. And I hope my audience have discovered and experienced all these explorations very well. The problem for me is not in discovering, the problem for me is in defeating, is in destroying. Destroying the nature, destroying the wildlife, destroying the beauty, destroying the peace, and what not be destroyed, beauty. I have seen all this, not with assumptions, with examples. When we move to here, when we move to a natural place without cars and our vehicles. According to my opponent's mindset, cars have oxygen. Yes. They have petrol and sleep, which results in melting of the glaciers and disturbance of the nature. The problem for me is not in discovering and waiting. When you simply travel, it causes no harm. But the main harm is when we try to use this nature as our set of daily tools of industry for our own benefit. If I put some spice in your food, respected members, when you put some spice in your food, it will taste good. Yes. But let's remember that excessive of the spice in your food will cause harm. These cyclical industries, these emerging shows are no more than a half of the beauty of nature. When you purchase something from the shop, eat it and enjoy it on the streets of the hills, you didn't just harm the nature, but you also failed in understanding the beauty of the nature. These motorized, these drivers, why they are migrating and coming to human places? According to my opinion, they might have changed their residence. Now they are not changing new plants and human residents, right? This is called the environmental interference and the bad habit of humans avoiding enjoyment in every aspect of life. Thank you.
Both immediate chance. James, you may ask me a question. 2 minutes are there for answering.
With the permission of the respected person, I would like to ask a question to my worthy opponent.
Later.
My worthy opponent is said in a speech that ecotourism is destroying wildlife. But as we know, we have national parks where even flown birds are not confined and the animals are free to roam in their natural habitats. Do you even think that they are still being destroyed and the nature is still being disturbed? With respect to the honorable chairperson, I would like to again ask my worthy opponent to repeat and frame the question like a question.
Excuse me, please. Repeat the question. Make it precise.
In your speech, my worthy opponent, you said that the ecotourism is destroying wildlife, but we have national parks all over the world. Then how can you say that wildlife is being destroyed when the national parks even don't have confined birds and the animals can roam freely in their natural habitat? Have you ever moved to a hill? Have you ever traveled? And if you have traveled, then I think you might know that all
Maybe you may ask.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to ask the speaker a question. So, speaker, you mentioned that ecotourism disrupts the environment, but ecotourism fully needs minimum human interference in environment. So, how can it disrupt the environment?
Do you really think that our interference is minimum? Do you really think that? Because I don't think there are many points of the country, and I don't think that our interference is minimum. Day by day, our interference is increasing in the part of the world. Thank you.
When you speak, they want other people, you are requested to break the machine, start beginning to sign. The time you are beginning to ask question, they are taking the advantage to make the question to sign. Don't waste time. Thank you. Speaker A2, you may begin.
Since I was a child, I was very fond of biology. Plants, animals, vehicles, gases, ions, bacteria, protozoas, and the list goes on and on. But I still remember that one line, chapter number 6, page number 98 in my biology book. It was written that humans are nature. What a wonderful line was written, I still remember it. But how metamorphically it was written that humans of this society haven't even reached that. But still, we are printed it. Why? Because somewhere indeed, we know that we can achieve the level we strive to take. And that is exactly where my point is. Good morning, everyone. Person and honorable judges. Today I stand firmly against the motion that capitalism is beneficial in today's world or is it just reducing. So I say that I have read in my knowledge of how told that plants, humans, should go to nature. And I tell you, the humanity has already found its way to deal with the nature. You know what? To deal with the ecosystem, to deal with the harm happening to the right hand. You know what? Humans. That Homo sapiens. Why? The question still remains unanswered. So today I am here to speak not to prove, but agree with the statement to approve it, but not disprove. Good morning, everyone. So, as my moderator say that ecosystem is very important. Human should treat nature with person, with air. Ecosystem is getting disbalanced by humans. Ecosystem is getting degraded by humans. What? I ask humans what? Because somewhere in the eye that humans have mind, think, a bird, feel. So how can a human be this inhuman? There are 8.2 billion people in this world, and I specifically say, not this. See, I remember my literature book, chapter number 7, it was bonsai trees, written by Pierce. She had beautifully crafted about the bonsai trees. She said, I still remember the stanza that a bonsai tree on the side of the hill can be 80 feet tall, but it just 8 tall. Why? So if plants can be conserved, can be watered, can be protected, and can be conserved in a limited, then why can't humans speak? And that's exactly where my point lies. I'm not going to about this statement, but where what I know, because the real problem is not that humans are conserving the nature, the real problem is are we convinced time out.
Thank you, Speaker. Question, Rebecca, PhD.
The committee of respected chairperson and the next one ask the question about the opponent. As we talk about that the ecosystem is a very good thing, but when we talk about its practice, the animals that have been brought in the national park might get injection and they are getting the injection
meta said that humans are so much inhuman animals. I say that you go to a doctor, when you get it operated, the doctor will give anesthesia. Why? Because that needs to do this. And that is exactly very important. She said that I'm not going to drugs. It was banned. Animals were injected. It is also banned. So, this proving, she said that humans have nothing to say to nature. So, that is one of the most inhuman species I've ever heard from Google. Actually,
Can we negotiate? You know that. You can negotiate.
we buy underneath. Who doesn't want to predict? Who will be But in this state of prediction, what eventually leads us to very high that starts the change that we are trying to create in this. We need to be judges, their options, and minority workers. Today, I stand firmly for the notion that equal is more harmful than efficient in practice. Governmental, environment, Protection Act, Finite Conservation and Preservation Act, all of these are being implemented by the government, but are we looking simple answer? No. There are two things. First, the system is enforcing these laws. The government is implementing them first. The system is, but it's illegal. Let's move on to the second one, the important one. We as humans are not ready to implement these laws. Let's take a very practical example. Let's take the city daily for example. We think that the traffic there is mostly because of this handwork community, but it's because of tourism. Everyone wants to escape their reality and just to get away from their tiring schedule, and many people have tiring schedule ahead of them. So they want to get away to relax, of course. Everyone does that, right? But thinking about the personal benefits, we oftentimes forget that we have to think about the environment. We commute, we spend our days there, we enjoy it, relax, but there is not wasting because the entertainment facilities there are not able to keep up with the amount of market they are facing, burnout of resources, and connection from the resources. So obviously, the government has to take measures for equal food. But as I said before, they are not working. Simple reason, we take our personal benefits. So, this proves that the rental said, ecotourism is not about efficiency. And how the government practice? Simple answer to that too. Additional burden of resources. India already has very less resources. We have very limited resources, and on top of that, you want to overload those resources. That's something not done. We overload our resources eventually. Let's say 10 to 20 years, our resources will go out. We are spending all of our time on trying to protect the environment. We are spending our time to reduce greenhouse exhaust from vehicles, illegal vehicles. But let me ask you, how many of you on a daily basis use these vehicles rather than personal car, where you can be safe and comfortable? This is what I want you to think about. Are we actually doing any good using these measures for ecotourism or are they not? Is ecotourism actually efficient or is it just harmful not only to us but to the environment, to the country, to the world? I leave you with this for the thought. Thank you.
With respect to the first question, I would like to answer my earlier point and question my earlier point. As you said that government should take measures from cycle of the people to conserve nature. But I still remember what about the cycling time, what about the 10 minutes I never found a great white rhinoceros, but I found the giraffe one. They got extinct. So the job of the planners at the state for
We will give permission on the chain and so I think my did not listen to my speech. I never said that government should expect the society to implement measures from their side to conserve the environment. I never said that. I said that it is the human mind which thinks, which is thinking of their personal benefit. Of course, as I said all the time, you can do, they want to get relaxed, of course. It is natural human tendency to think about the personal benefits rather than anything broader, such as environment. So, I would ask you to put it, please listen. Thank you.
Casey, do you have a question for you? Can you say everyone?
We do not inherit the earth from our ancestors, borrowed from our generation. When we think about ecosystem, what comes to our mind? We think of that fine forest, where tourism and wildlife coexist side by side. Is ecosystem bad just because it allows it? Good morning, Baraut. Today, I'm totally against the notion that ecotourism is more harmful than beneficial. In recent times, we have seen the rate of nature, mainly the Kerala flood of 2013. So, I not that kind of way to go. What do you think was the reason behind this? The reason was lack of the right shown by the tourists towards nature. And we have seen that it is very sensitive. According to a Supreme Court recent guideline, 80% of land parks are reserved for animals without any coaching. And only 20% are open to tourists. And this has a very positive impact on the tourism and the ecotourism which we talk about. And they seem that they are conspiracy against the environment. And this conspiracy doesn't need a path to hide their monstrous business. Since it can find it in one and we must remember that flowers which bloom in spring, wither with the coming of autumn, and do not bloom again. Similarly, wildlife, once damaged, is not replaced. And ecotourism doesn't just mean respecting tourism. It means existing of tourism and wildlife side by side. And then what's the harm of this? When both can exist side by side. Not only this, ecotourism helps the important development of the country. It helps in providing livelihood to various locals. Then what's the difference and what's the problem in ecotourism? And Guru, as William Shakespeare said, it is the right way that brings towards the heart and that creates very hope. We must remember that humility is young generation's battle. And where do the fact of what does this face? But when humans reach the topmost mark, they forget about nature. And so, ecotourism is a very good practice in which humans can more. Humans are encouraged to think about nature. And where's the problem with this identifying in your opinion?
2 minutes 56 seconds. Changing, and then you have time to ask question. You may ask your question.
With the permission of respected chairperson, I would like to answer this question. I would like to ask the worthy opponents that the next parks that are being constructed and then asking the humans are confined to such places like if we are cutting our housing trees, we are just giving 100 trees to let those animals live from the previous forest. What would you like to speak upon that?
With due respect to the chair, I would like to answer Madam Intergenerational's question. So, Madam Intergenerational, ecotourism is not about cutting trees and inhabiting animals. Ecotourism means existing of wildlife and tourism side by side. And for inhabiting animals, we do not need to cut trees. As I mentioned in my speech, according to the Supreme Court's recent guidelines, 80% of the national parks are reserved for animals which are uncool, and only 20% are open for tourists. And that too with rules and regulations. So there's no point of cutting trees for adapting animals.
Team A, you have a question? Can you speak up?
Respected chairperson, honorable judges, and my dear opponents. We leave the whole body of ladies and gentlemen with pride, celebrating love and respect. We leave the whole body of ladies and gentlemen with our feet to the sacred purpose. And we leave the whole body of ladies and gentlemen with youth that are made for father and stories are today I stand here not only for statement but a reflection of your thoughts. And today what matters most is not what you think about the topic, but your readiness to accept the truth that lies beyond. Empathy. When we talk about empathy, what do you think? I never think of my working opponents because I always think their speeches. I stand here startled by the economic think of the voiceless creatures. Let me introduce you to the world of empathy. Then a hypothetical situation in which you are born as a human in a place where animals dominate. You slept at night with your family happy. But what happened the next day? They broke your house and come inside and say, let's go. No problem. According to my world, it's not a problem. Let's go. Then they bring you into an aeroplane where you have been drawn and injections have been put on your body and rest because so that you cannot even jump out of that plane. No problem. That is also not a matter of concern. But what about the you have that has been given to us? If I ask my brother who best wanted, I break your house, I break your schools, and give you another school, will you think that is better? Will you live there? No. Because the school and the home is not a place to that is just the structure. It is a place where you feel safe. If that doesn't talk after how safe to the feet in those matter house. My please, that now a great drugs are bad. Like you want to tell my opponent that they're also bad, but I see my law my opponent wearing a little shoes. What talking about this corrupt nation, such as of India? If I talk about the police, they just come and just move those animals, they just move them. Do you think that there is surviving or the national entities of our India is one of those tourists? We live in an area, my ladies and gentlemen, where it is one of the greatest economies of the world. Yet, that is not done on tourism. That tourist for you are coming on the place and not finding the other because one place, those tourists are who just sold that area, who just sold its factories, who just these those animals. If we talk about money, we India, if we think of India, is one of the greatest economies of the world, yet I am thinking of 1% of its runs on the ecosystem. That's after holding all each and every point, I would just like to say that time allows me calling for business, and I believe ecotourism is very powerful practice as well as influence. And I would like to challenge to please make your actions reflect the following. Thank you.
Can you speak up? Say what? The time for appreciating Team A. Make the decision short. Requesting. Thank you.
So, I would like to ask a question more general. Having said that you have a kids, what about you have like you said that you have a partner of government, which even that wildlife, and home house, but what about nowadays that we just our wildlife, like our parties,
using the animals as entertainers in zoos or Africa, something very something which we would never try. With both the perspective papers, I would like to answer this question. In our area, there is nothing like only the colors over there, and that is not to be something India has the monuments and everything just go there. What that like is not to do nothing but confining the animals into some confined area, and then you want them to become sheep or customers. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Final edition of the combination. Pick up, you may start.
They say every debate has two sides, and fortunately, I have chosen the one which makes sense. My opponent strikes back, vigorous expression, but I have something even more dangerous, lawlessness. So keep your patience in there, keep your arguments and questions ready, because in the end you'll find yourself agreeing with me, and I apologize to you all for that attacks. But not to respected judges, honorable shareholders, and my audio voice. Today, I stand here to speak firmly against the motion of the topic. I ask you all that, suppose after 20 years, you are sitting with your child in your drawing room and your child asks, Dad, what was a lion? Was it just a fictional character or is it something you say now? And what are you going to show him? Just an alien everyday creature? Or do you want to take him to a national park out there for another party so that you can show what being animals, what nature's beauty is? My dear warrior would say that we conservative is harmful. Strong that once. But my dear warrior would tell you one question. That is not in your freedom. You need to say that we should stop caring for our own mother nature. We should stop caring for our own mother on the land we live in. We should stop caring for the sun and for all this planet. Surrounding and being tremendous, without even the nation thoughts, without something that nation happiness, without even free peace to roam around. So that's the individual. And still you question this man. Let us all have to be on the word of freedom, which is time and come to the heart of the journey of this life. You know about Christians, you talk about the nature happiness, Jesus, right? But have you ever wondered, have you ever experienced what the is like? Have you ever taken a look at the guidelines provided by the United Nations Organization, which clearly mentions about the sustainable development goals, so it says that we take care of the ecosystem around the tourism and human development. Hence, we need a completing step so that we can come out to the company, build our economy, and as well as we can make a products for engagement for nail, we can make them live and survive for the next 20, 100,000 years. But still, you ask, they are being injected, they are being inherited of horrible environment, and they are being given some anesthesia or something like that. But my fear of what the importance here like some of us we have the tendency to accept a certain fulfillment rather than a total fact of the and when questions on our own thinking are often the good, we immediately deny the fact that is accepted as true. And hence, upon the given examinations of all the points and all the arguments I get today, are clearly mentioned that the ecosystem is more beneficial than harmful and practically. Hence, the audience and the world opponents are ask you to stop commenting on the myths and keep all your myths to yourself. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, speaker. P2. Time for team A, another B, you have team B. Scenery, and the sheet.
After
have a place for excellency that we need to become and make up of this. So question is not telling you not to, but whether that place is ultimately teaching the ministry. How do you feel like that? So what do you feel should be the question that you person did? You said it teach that the dish not was that people did in town. But the question of not being able to happen, but it's very started. I don't think they see then shit. How is this like
I would like to ask the operators what I'm speaking again the motion of the topic and I'm supporting the family people with connection and money with the opponent is asking me a question. So much. So should I ask him to change the question or
what the see?
Gateway demand person is they need to different machine.
When you respect the chair, like what speakers in them, Madam people will be looking at you to get. But the question here is not whether you could become as benefits, but whether the can should implement it very quickly and it started system. That is the main point.
with the permission of the respected chair, I would like to answer my way question. First of all, my work opponent always told that he agrees with my understand that he was legally very efficient. Secondly, I would like to ask the second question that this is being implemented in the practice. I think my opponent has not paid attention to my work, so my speech and my efforts that I was making since last 4 minutes here.
Question. Second, thank you for your time.